Mic check, hello, and welcome into this week's watch list review. It's going to be a big week, and I mean a big week. To start, events for the week. This is what you need to pay attention to. FOMC interest rate decision, Wednesday, January 29th. Fed Powell press conference at 2 p.m. That's going to be something that you're going to want to pay attention to. This means that traders can be hesitant leading up to that news event because they don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to raise rates? Are we going to lower rates? Are we going to keep rates the same? What is Fed going to do in response to all the inflation that's going on? So that report is very important. Also, notable earnings this week: Tesla, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, INTC, Boeing, Starbucks, GM, and CAT. That's just to name a few. There's a lot more that's going off, but those are going to be the big ones that we want to be focused on. So this means that from a technical standpoint, doing analysis on SPY doesn't really matter because there's going to be so much fundamental news that is affecting the market. So all of that news, the FOMC report, the big earnings reports, those are going to dictate market direction. However, from a technical standpoint on SPY, it has been running into new all-time highs. We can look to take it long above 611 for new all-time highs from here. Otherwise, we can look to take it short under 605 for this mini gap to be filled. It has been running, so I feel that consolidation or a little bit of a correction, especially at the beginning of the week, is probably warranted. Number 2 on the watch list is Google. This is by far my favorite setup of the week. Last week, I talked about it. It was still a really good setup last week. It hasn't taken off yet, though. Ascending triangle breakout to the all-time highs. We got an all-time high test, but nothing that could close up there. It's still struggling to close and hold above 200. At the end of the week last week, we did get a close above 200. Now it's started to consolidate and range trade above the prior resistance, treating it as new support. Above 202, I think we see a big breakout on Google. Long idea above $202. Up next on the watch list is going to be Apple. Now, I know that this is one that has earnings, but listen, it's not until later on in the week. So I do feel that this range is worth noting here on the daily. Consolidation at the 200 EMA. That's going to be your dynamic line of support. We can look to take this long above 226 for a potential breakout. Otherwise, look to take it short under 220 for the breakdown. I have no bias here on direction. My plan is to just trade the trend. Up next is going to be Amazon, AMZN. Now, I gave you this setup last week, and you see the breakout here, right? Bull flag, breakout into the all-time highs. 3 days of consolidation up here at the all-time highs. We're looking for the follow-through from here. Long idea above 236.5. I got 3 more for you, but before I get to those, make sure you press the like button on this video and show some love if this analysis is helping you out. Up next is going to be Netflix, NFLX. On the daily time frame, we have a gap up into all-time highs following a positive reaction to the earnings report, and then consolidation following that. Not the worst thing in the world, but it does mean that right now Netflix is non-directional. We can look to take it long above 1,000 for new all-time highs and a break of the hold number, or we can look to take it short under 950 for a break down into this gap area and the gap fill, and also a break of the hold number below. This does mean that I'm not directionally biased on Netflix. My plan here is to just trade the trend, much like Apple. Up next is DKNG. It's a sports betting company, and with the American football Super Bowl coming up, DKNG could see an increase in revenue or an increase in users. So that's the fundamental side of it. But from a technical standpoint, you do have a bull pennant shaping up on the daily where it's reclaimed the 200 EMA, reclaimed the 50 EMA, created higher highs, created higher lows, and trading under a single point of resistance at $42. We're looking for the breakout here. Long idea above 42. Up next, and this will be the final one for the watch list, is Meta. Now, I know Meta has earnings this week, but you see the ascending triangle right here. You see the breakout. You see the run into the all-time highs. We're looking for a continuation from here. Very simple. Long idea above 652. Now, keep in mind that these are for day trades. As always, do your own due diligence. This is not investment advice. Good luck tomorrow. Trade safe, trade smart, trade your plan, and I hope you make some money.